Still very young. Greg, what are you looking forward to this year?
Well, Kevin, I'm always interested in the rookies, seeing which guys step up. The leap to the NBA can be a huge one, so you never know what will happen with some of these young players.
Here are the 5 for the Raptors. In at the forward spots, we'll see Barrett and Barnes. Emmanuel quickly out there with Dick, and it's 𝙭in at the center. Here's Barrett. Barnes left side. Over Mobley. And there's Barnes. That's good on the assist from Barrett.
I think this is a key aspect moving forward for Scotty Barnes. Make them guard you in the mid-range.
And here is Garland. Wade outside. To the middle. Allen in the post. Barrett covering. And slam dunk by Allen.
And the second chance becomes a dunk. We could feel over here.
GA, such a good, aggressive play in the paint. Now, here's quickly. His last outing, we saw him pour in 22. Fade away. And it's Darius Garland with the rebound. Pass to Allen. Here's Mobley. Clock at 6. Cleveland needs to get a shot off here. The 3 from Garland. It's rebounded by Scotty Barnes. And Barnes has got the ball here for the Raptors. It's a 3-point game. And that one's good quickly.
Listen, if you give Emmanuel quickly a look from 3, there's never hesitation.
For Cleveland, they've gone 2 for 4 from the field so far today. Mitchell feeling it out a bit. Off the mark there with the 3-point shot. And it's the Raptors' ball. Now Dick over Wade. And the shot is good, dropping in off the front of the rim.
So much balance when Dick's in the air. Always able to square his chest and make a confident stroke.
Garland the pass to Mitchell. Just over 2.5 minutes played here so far in the first quarter. Here's Barrett. 2 free throws coming up, and they call the shooting foul. The Raptors shooting their first free throws. First trip to the line in this one.
And going back a season ago, they were a pretty average team at the line, about 76% altogether.
And that one falls for Barrett. That one misses. For the Raptors, their last game, a loss to the Knicks in New York. Here's Mobley. And he makes the bucket, gets the whistle, and now a 3-point play chance here for him.
Mobley may be thin of frame, folks, but showing you he's willing and able to absorb the contact and make the play anyway.
Still in his early 20s, Doris, Evan Mobley is such a great player. So long, athletic. I know you love his play.
I certainly do, Kevin, and there's a lot of reasons why. You begin on the defensive end of the floor. Great shot blocker, can guard on the perimeter, and he continues to work and expand his offensive game. This guy's future is so bright. Boy, no question, Evan Mobley is brimming with potential, and you love his attitude, his work ethic. This guy, the sky's the limit.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to talk to his guys.
Here's a look at some stats for 𝙭.
Last year, getting it done.
averaged about 11 points a game, 8 rebounds, and 2 assists. And he does the heavy lifting on the glass, throwing himself into the rebounding battle with just complete effort.
Well, you get the feeling he believes every rebound should be his, and most of them are. This guy is putting up tremendous numbers.
Now about 3 minutes gone in the first quarter. Here's Quickly. That one wide left. And it's Wade with the ball for the Cavaliers. Here's Mobley. A basket good off the assist from Wade. Mobley's got 5 points so far.
Okay, Evan Mobley a big, folks, but you can see the touch on that mid-range jumper. That's pure.
Toronto trailing. Now here's Barnes. His last outing, he had 18 points. Birtle sets the pick for Dick. And again, no good by Toronto. Cleveland's gone 1 of 3 from beyond the arc so far in the game. And Barnes sends it back. Quickly kicks to Barnes. Back to Quickly. The tray. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Mitchell dishes to Garland. Pass to Mobley. Mitchell outside. Beyond the arc. Buries the long-range jumper.
Boy, how quick from the touch to the release for Donovan Mitchell. Look out, defense.
Onside, Barrett. Now Dick, covered by Mitchell. Can they get it? Dick, that's good. Dick's got his second basket.
Listen, he hits that shot on a regular basis. Give credit to the offense for getting him a clean look.
Mitchell with it. 11 points last game. To the paint. He's looking for Mobley and finds him. No good on the shot. Raptors trail by 3. It's Barrett on the wing. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Wade with the block. Garland against Quickly. From the arc. Garland, no good. The Raptors have gone 4 for 9 from the field to start this game off. Back to Barnes. Hurdle with a screen on Mobley. That's a 2 from Barnes. Jarrett Allen grabs the miss.
This has not been a good period for this guy. Out of sync, not letting the game come to him. He's got to settle down and make shots.
Here's Mitchell. Pass to Mobley. 5 on the clock and stolen by Barnes. It's Dick on the wing. Covered by Mitchell. The game now all time. Barnes has got 5.
This is a huge part of Scotty Barnes' development. Can he knock down the long ball?
And here is Garland. His last outing, he had 18 points. Mobley the pass to Mitchell. Once again off the mark by Cleveland.
Boy, a tough go for him in this quarter. You can see how desperately he wants to get things started. He just can't make a shot.
Cleveland has gotten just 2 of 6 to fall from three-point range so far in the first. It's deflected. Now Pirtle. No scoring in this one. Barnes with it. Garland picks him up. And here's Quickly for 3. And that one's good. His second basket of 4, shooting 50%.
Well, this is Quickly's game in a nutshell. This guy's thinking score as soon as he touches it.
The Cavaliers trail by 3. They could use a big shot here to get this offense going.
Too many empty possessions. Right now, they need a basket.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout. And coach has decided they need a moment to talk things over. Max Strus is checked in for Mobley. And Toronto also making a switch. Bruce Brown, he's checked in for Dick. Pass to Strus. Allen kicks to Garland. Way to screen on quickly. And here's Garland for three. It's hauled in by the Raptors.
And even with good coverage defensively that time, he has confidence to drill the three.
The three ball. And it's quickly missing. The Cavaliers trail by three. Garland surveying the D. Pass to Allen. Barrett against Mitchell. Shot clock at 6. And here's Garland for three. It's hauled in by Brown. And it's the Raptors ball. They've got an 8-0 run inside. And the dunk by Barnes.
Wow, shake the building with that finish, Scotty Barnes. My goodness.
And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. Allen outside. Pass to Mitchell. It's Strus on the wing. Mitchell outside. 6 to shoot. From 13, the shot's good on the assist by Wade. Wade's got 3 assists now in this one. Here's Toronto now. They've outscored him 10 points to 2 during this run. Quickly the pass to Barnes. Hurdle with a screen on Wade. Barnes bounce pass. The basket counts and 1. He'll go to the line with a chance to make it a 3-point play.
You love to see him powering through the contact to get the bucket and 1. Hurdle with a show of some strength.
All right, well, a look at how the points have been generated so far. A scoring breakdown for Toronto.
Well, they haven't wasted any time getting into a groove from deep, putting up and hitting a healthy amount of three-pointers thus far.
Yeah, and in addition, their ball movement has really unleashed their offense. Boy, they've been fun to watch.
The Cavaliers trail by 6. Pass to Strus. Now LeVert. Now here's Garland. Back to LeVert. Lets it go with a 3. Good on the triple.
Well, you cannot allow Caris LeVert to square up from deep. When he's in rhythm, he's going to knock down that shot with great consistency.
Barrett with the ball. Down low. And foul on the shot. He'll shoot 2 at the free throw line.
Well, at 6'9", despite the lean frame, Boucher very capable scoring on the interior. Draws the defense's hand right there.
This is his first trip to the line tonight.
77% shooter at the line a season ago. Those are better than average numbers.
No good on that one.
What I like about Chris Boucher is he seems to understand what his team expects from him. They need him to guard, they need him to rebound, and they know how aggressive and assertive he is on the offensive end.
Evan Mobley's checked in for Tristan Thompson. And then for Toronto, Kelly Olynyk comes in for Jakob Poeltl. And Grady Dick subbed in for Brown. Kicks it out to Garland. Pass to Strus. Mobley inside. He's against Olynyk.
Boy, it seems like every shot he puts up, it's going in. This guy is hot, hot.
And Darko Rajakovic calls timeout. He wants to make some adjustments to the game plan, clearly. And Toronto making a change here. Brown's checked in. While we have the time, let's take a look at last season's best transition teams. Number 1, the Raptors.
Do they love to run? I mean, nobody did it better. They would get out in the lanes and push the ball even after makes.
Here's 𝙤𝙤𝙪'𝙡. Here's 𝙤𝙤𝙑. Pass to Barrett. Shoots over Strus. Shot is good off the back rim and in. And so Garland will bring it up for Cleveland. They trail by 3. Here's Niang. And they're unable to get the tying basket there. Toronto's gone 3 of 7 from three-point range in the first quarter. Dick with it. Lets it go from deep. LeVert grabs the miss.
I'm shocked that didn't turn into 3 points. I mean, he makes you pay on those nearly every time.
Pass to Niang. 1:44 left to play here in the first. 6 on the shot clock. Mobley. And foul on the shot, so he'll get a chance at the line.
This is why it's hard guarding Evan Mobley at times. This guy, when he's aggressive, forcing defenders to match his energy.
The Cavaliers have shot just 1 free throw earlier, 1 for 1 in the game. Shooting 2. And the first one at the line is good.
I think what Evan Mobley wants to do is win first and foremost. We know he's a defensive presence. His offensive game is starting to really develop. The future is bright.
And Cleveland making a change here. Jerome is checked in. And both free throws good for Mobley.
What you have to appreciate so much about Evan Mobley is his strong work ethic. This guy says he wants to be an all-time great, but he also puts in the work.
Here's Dick. That 3 off the mark.
Just not there from a rhythm standpoint right now. It's really eluding him.
To the inside. It's Niang with the jam.
How good a playmaker are we watching? Always leading, always trying to create for others.
Toronto trailing. 1:07 left here in the opening quarter. Dick in the corner. And again, Toronto no luck.
Well, you have to like their work on the boards, Kevin, particularly here to start the game.
And it's LeVert missing. And for the Raptors, they're shooting 45% from the floor since the game got underway. Pass to 𝙤𝙤𝙑. Here's Mobo. He's covered by Niang. Second chance shot, and it's good for 2. Several lead changes going on here in the early portion of this game.
Yeah, it reminds me of that Cameo song, Back and Forth.
And here's Strus. Mobley with it. 𝙤𝙤𝙪'𝙡 is covering. Shakes off the strong D and gets to the bucket for 2. Mobley's got 11 points.
And defensively, they are on their heels every time the ball comes inside.
Now Dick. Pass to 𝙤𝙤𝙑. A three-pointer off the mark. Evan Mobley getting it done for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He comes away with 11 points in the quarter and is showing no signs of fatigue. We'll take a quick break and then back to the action here. And getting going again here in the second quarter. Fairly close game so far. Now let's take a moment to get your guys' take on the scoring so far for Cleveland.
And guys, they've done a great job feeding their bigs inside. They are just punishing the opposition in the paint.
The other thing that's gone exceptionally well for them tonight is the shooting they've displayed from beyond the three-point arc.
You know, Doris, assists aren't just a point guard stat any longer, are they? A lot of big men in the league can distribute very well.
Yeah, Kev, it's really striking to me how multi-dimensional every single position in the NBA has become. As you said, bigs can pass, point guards can attack the cup and score. The game is becoming more and more skilled.
So on the floor for Toronto to start this second quarter, they've got Bruce Brown. Grady Dick is out there with Kelly Olynyk, and it's Shed in at the point guard position. So it's the Cavaliers now, after Toronto got the three-pointer. Here's Jerome, still yet to score. Mobley the pass to Jerome. Three-pointer, LeVert, up and in, off to an efficient start, 2 for 3 from the field.
Caris LeVert has worked diligently to make his three-point shot legitimate. Knocks that one down.
Quarter number 2. We're about a minute in. Pass to Dick. Some nice ball movement here by the Raptors. Here's Olynyk. Evan Mobley with the rebound. Mobley's got 4 rebounds now tonight.
And they haven't been able to turn it into a big lead, but their rebounding advantage is starting to add up. Bringing that three-point percentage up quite a bit this quarter, shooting it well. The lead's going to get a little bit bigger if they can keep this up.
Now here's Brown. There's the 3. And the Raptors hit again from deep.
And an eye for an eye. Both teams working to stretch the floor.
Well, that three-point shot just gives you so much room to operate on the offensive end.
Niang kicks to Mobley. Just 5 on the clock. There's Jerome. That one good for 2. And the Cavaliers lead by 3. Here's Shed. Pass to Battle. Here's Shed. Dick up top. LeVert defending. And out of bounds. The Cavaliers will take it. And a chance now to look at the schedule coming up for the Toronto Raptors. On Saturday, they continue the road trip, heading out to Detroit. They'll take on the Pistons. Then on Monday, they'll take on Stephen Curry and the Golden State Warriors.
And looking at the Boston matchup, that's one to watch for. 4th contest of this brand new NBA season. I'm interested in how those teams match up in the early part of this year.
And Toronto making a change here. Walters checked in. And it's LeVert missing.
Listen, that's a shot he can make, but obviously the defense okay letting him shoot it.
And stolen by Mobley. Pass to Jerome. Now, here's Strus. And here's LeVert. The Cavaliers again can't hit. Down low. Bounce pass Dick. Shed. The Cavaliers pull it in. Next up will be a home game matched up against the Pacers. That will complete this 4-game homestand. Here's Mobley. Scored the bucket. He's made 5 so far, shooting a very clean 5 of 7.
And they're forcing the ball inside, and it's working like a charm.
Raptors trail by 5. And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He's going to have a discussion here on the sideline. And the Cavaliers making a change here. 4's checked in. Chris Boucher's checked in for Toronto. And a little under 3.5 minutes elapsed in this second quarter of play. Pass to Shed. Over in the corner, Brown. They set the pick. Inside, it's tipped. Here's Walter. Clock at 4, hands it from downtown. Walter's got himself going with the triple, his first basket of the game.
Boy, found a little room from behind the arc, and there was no hesitation. Just lets it fly.
Back to Niang. Screen by Niang. Drives to the hoop. Trying to answer back, but that three is off the mark. Here's Walter. Levert defending. Walter, good. Walter's got it all tied up now for the Raptors. Cavaliers have gone 4 of 8 so far here in the second quarter. Pass to Strus from outside the arc. That one's in, his first shot this game.
Max Strus so comfortable with his range shooting.
Toronto's gotten it going from downtown in the second quarter. They're 3 of 3 on three-pointers. And last season, Max Strus hit that ridiculous 59-footer. Remember that, Doris? That was to beat the Mavericks.
How could we forget that shot, Kevin? It was the second longest game-winning buzzer beater in league history. And what gets overlooked, Strus was 5 for 5 from deep in the last few minutes of that game.
Here's Jerome. He had 15 points last outing. 6 to shoot. Whistle blows. Basket is good. So a chance here for a three-point play.
Well, the touch and the focus. What a pretty move in the lane.
First trip to the free throw line for him tonight. Jared Allen's checked in for the Cavaliers. Mitchell comes in for Caris LeVert.
What's up?
And it's Mitchell with the ball for the Raptors. 6-point game. Raptors moving the ball around. That one's in, his first shot this game.
And that's an example of playing big, adapting to the situation.
Well, major height disadvantage. He recognizes that and still able to score it.
Here's Jerome. He's got 5. Here's Allen. And a lot of contact on that one, so he'll shoot 2 here. That one on Jakob Poeltl.
Well, this is exactly the kind of position you want Jared Allen shooting from, right? He gets excellent position, makes defenders nervous this close. Good job drawing that foul.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
And he makes the first.
How about Jared Allen showing unequivocally he is an all-star caliber big man? Boy, with his size and athleticism and length, he has proven he can make an impact on both ends.
Caris LeVert's checked in for Cleveland. And he makes the first but misses the second. Hey, Doris, how has Scotty Barnes advanced his game since being named Rookie of the Year back in 2022?
Well, all the physical skills are there for him. Tremendous athlete, cross-positional defensively. I think what happens for young players is they start to read the progressions of the game more quickly. Now you can put the ball in his hands, let him be a decision maker. This guy is a stat stuffer.
And we'll examine here how the distribution has been between three-pointers and two-pointers tonight for Cleveland. Strus in the corner. Pass to Niang. Shoots. Score the basket, his third after 5 shots.
Yeah, Max Strus developing the ability to play make for teammates. That's an on-time, on-target pass.
Barnes dishes to Brown. Mitchell in the corner. The three-pointer, no good.
That's a look you cannot pass up. It's also one you shouldn't miss.
For 3, Mitchell sinks the three-pointer. And now it's an 8-point Cavalier lead.
Well, we know Mitchell can hurt you from outside the arc. The defense better recognize this moving forward.
Mitchell against Mitchell. On the wing, Barnes. Shoots over Niang. Barnes can't get it to go.
And battling hard on the glass, they hold the advantage here so far.
Mitchell passes to Niang. And he can't extend the lead to double digits.
And you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
And here is Mitchell. Here's Barnes. Good, and it's Mitchell picking up the assist. And that's 11 points for Barnes.
Great with the ball. Barnes can just do so many things to help this team win.
Now here's LeVert. He has 6. And there's the foul. It'll go on Bruce Brown. That'll be his second foul of the game.
Well, that's 2 fouls on him early. He'll have to be careful not to pick up another one.
A different look now for Cleveland. Wade comes in for Georges Niang. And it's Garland in for LeVert. Then for the Raptors, it's checked in for Bruce Brown. And quickly in for Davion Mitchell.
And the well is running dry for him right now. Nothing falling.
And this is where you hope that he can find something easy so he can see the ball go through the net.
Now, here's Quickly. 6 points for him. Here's Walter. Buries the long-range jumper. Walter's got 8 here in the quarter.
And they are absolutely stroking it from beyond the arc.
Pass to Allen. Mitchell outside. Puts up a 3. That shot is off. Raptors trail by 3. Poeltl, high post. And the dunk by Poeltl.
I think this guy's a threat to throw it down every time Poeltl gets his hands on the ball. This guy has tremendous size and takes advantage.
For Cleveland, they've gone 8 of 15 since we began the second quarter. Excellent shooting. Garland finds Mitchell. Takes the 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Poeltl's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Greg, they're in a rhythm offensively, really cooking.
And the opposition looks helpless to stop them right now.
Well, Cleveland shooting at an even 50% from the floor here in the second quarter. Quickly against Garland. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Drains it from beyond the arc. Mitchell's got 11.
I tell you, he has consistently worked to become a dangerous three-point shooter. Donovan Mitchell, dynamic from downtown.
Now, here's Barrett. His last outing, 16 points for him. Pass to Barnes. Over Wade. And he buries that one, drilling the rim on the way down. He's got 13.
It's problematic for the defense because Scotty Barnes has been allowed to catch his rhythm, and his game is really flowing right now.
The Cavaliers leading. Mitchell outside. Back to Garland. It's Strus on the wing. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Garland's got 3 assists in the game. And Toronto has possession. At the conclusion of this game, they're off to Detroit, where they'll face the Pistons. That'll be the 3rd game of this 3-game road trip. Poeltl sets the pick for Barnes. Barnes with another miss.
Listen, we know the mid-range game is in this guy's arsenal, but you wonder, should he have moved it just one pass more?
And it's going to be out of bounds. The Cavaliers will retain possession.
Now let's check out a breakdown looking at some stats.
for Jared Allen. He's coming off an excellent season, and he did his share on the glass, battled his way into the top 15 in rebounds per game.
And yeah, he's one of the most efficient scorers in the league for sure. Moves without the ball, avoids taking the bad shots. That's why he was top 5 in field goal percentage last year. Another miss by Garland.
No idea why he's attempting so many outside shots. It's not his day, and he needs to either look to drive or get it to an open teammate.
And a guy who has quickly adapted to playing NBA offense, Barnes, he can be a producer.
A minute 50 left here in the second. Mitchell with it. He's got 11. He gets that one to drop. He's now 5 of 12.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Now here's Barnes. He's got 15. Hurdle with a screen on Mobley. To the paint. And with that shot, the Cleveland lead is cut down to just 3 on the basket from Poeltl.
I think his frame makes him very difficult to deal with as a roll man. Poeltl can set a mean screen.
1:12 left to play here in the half. Garland kicks to Allen. Mitchell up top. Dick. Oh!
My goodness. How high was Donovan Mitchell? How pretty was that dunk? My goodness.
Nice angle on that replay with the AT&T 5G Slam Cam. There's a minute left now here in the second. Barnes against Mobley. Now here's Barnes. He's guarded closely. Stolen by Allen. Mobley looking it over. Fires it up. And it's Toronto with the rebound. Barrett's got his 5th rebound in this one. To the middle. Here's Barnes. Mobley with the block.
7 feet sneaking shots past Mr. Mobley is not easy. Send it back, Evan. Boy, you can't buy a bucket. Shut out completely so far, and yet they're still ahead.
Barrett the pass to Quickly. Off the mark with the little step back, Johnny. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He got into double digits for the quarter with 10 points total. We'll return shortly.
Thanks for tuning in. With half the game in the books, a bit of ground to make up for the Toronto Raptors.
You know what? They push the action, but also play within themselves. Show great execution.
And you know, that usually leads to a high field goal percentage, and that's exactly what's happened here. Now let's take a moment here for a look at the upcoming schedule.
Taking a look here now at Toronto, you really get to see what they're made of after your hard work in the offseason.
Yeah, you have big changes, and then you have subtle changes. Everything in preparation for this moment.
Thanks for spending halftime with us. Time to get it back out to Kevin Harlan for the start of the third quarter.
And we've got second half action for you. Thus far, a pretty evenly contested game. It's been one outstanding game from Donovan Mitchell.
Man, how about the amount he's contributing in the scoring column? Through 2 quarters, he has been terrific.
And one would expect that the defense made some adjustments at halftime, but he has the ability to answer right back.
And here are the Raptors now, trailing by 5. A loaded backcourt. It's Garland and Mitchell. A lot of length inside. It's Mobley and Allen in the post. And it's Wade in at the 3. That's the group starting the second half for Kenny Atkinson. And Barrett gets it to go.
When you have vision at the forward spot, it always opens up and elevates a team. Scotty Barnes passing on display.
Mitchell outside. Shoots over Dick. And good, as it just snugs right down through the net.
I tell you, he has some impressive moves in his repertoire. That's as good as it gets, but just one of many.
Barrett finds quickly. Now here's Barnes. Eight for 15 with that made basket, but he's not satisfied yet.
We know Scotty Barnes will embrace the physicality. That score is about concentration.
Second half of basketball, just over a minute played so far. Now Garland. Nothing on the board. Wade outside. Cleveland moving it around. Back to Mobley. This one for 3. It's rebounded by Quickly. And so Quickly will bring it up for Toronto. To the paint. Here's Poeltl. And the dunk by Poeltl.
Those plays can make a difference in a game like this.
Well, you know it's going to fire up, Greg, everybody on that bench.
Well, credit him for going for it, not settling, saying, I'm going to attack.
And so here's Cleveland after the Raptors pick up 2. Mitchell outside. Drills it from outside. Mitchell's got 5 points now this quarter.
And so many teams now look to establish the perimeter to set up everything else.
No doubt it's a growing trend, Greg, and he is highly accurate tonight.
Now, here's Quickly. He has 6. Lets the 3 fly. Rebounded by Donovan Mitchell.
You know, missed that one, but still a really good start coming off the break. 3 for 4 now.
A reserve through his first 3.5 seasons. Quickly now stepping indoors to a starting role.
You know, Kevin, you go from instant offense role off the bench to now being a lead guard. The responsibility takes an extraordinary step up. But this guy is clearly ready. Quickly wanted to be a starter in this league.
Count it, and the Cavalier lead has been cut to just 1 on the basket from Barnes.
And I love the tenacity, guys. He simply can will his way into games at times and exert his presence.
Here's Garland. Still scoreless. Wade a screen on Quickly. Looking to get it going. Garland with the bucket.
The ability with a hand in your face to keep your concentration. Darius Garland. Wow, pretty shot.
Garland against Quickly. Barnes can't get it to go. Cleveland leading by 3. Wade feeling it out a bit. Poeltl against Allen. Pass to Garland. Shot clock at 6. Count it, and the foul. That one on Yak. Poeltl.
The willingness to power through contact. Darius Garland proving once again just how tough he is.
And he's got his first chance at the line here. throw good. Garland.
Well, what you love is the leap that Darius Garland made in his third year. Named to the 2022 All-Star team, this guy can flat out score it.
Now, here's Quickly. He's got 6. Pass to Barnes. Onside, Barrett. Misses the 3. The Cavaliers leading by 6. Wade on the wing. Barrett covering. And the call on the shot that sends him to the line.
And with the moment, let's check out some stats for Darius Garland. Good season for him last year. Last season, he averaged 18 points per, 6 assists, and 2 rebounds. And most important of all is his passing. He's a terrific distributor in their offense.
But certainly one of his best attributes, creating offense even when it looks like there's nothing there.
He misses the free throw. And the second free throw, good. Here's Quickly. Pass to Barnes. Here's Pirtle. Dick in the corner. Clock at 6. Good on the three-point shot. Dick's got 7 points in the game.
And whenever Dick is getting a pass, if he has any chance to get off a clean jumper, you know it's going up.
And Mitchell gets it to go.
No doubt about the consistency when it comes to scoring the basketball for him tonight. A real nice lift for their offense.
Onside, Barrett. Pass to Barnes. And Barnes gets double teamed. Barrett kicks to Quickly. And again, Toronto with the triple.
And Quickly with a big-time answer knocks down his own 3.
Here's Mitchell. He's got 23. Tries from 10. It's rebounded by Barrett. Barrett's got 6 rebounds in the game. Quickly with it. Garland picks him up. And that one's good. Quickly. So it's the Cavaliers now. The lead is 2. Pass to Wade. And here's Mitchell from the arc. Again, Mitchell missing. Toronto's gone 3 of 5 with the long ball since entering the second half. Onside, Barrett.
And you never want to foul a jump shooter. Dick certainly qualifies as one.
And a closer look here at the scoring breakdown for Cleveland.
Guys, the D hasn't had an answer for the three-point shooting, which is why they continue to just fire away from deep.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
The first one falls.
And you look at Grady Dick's physical gifts, and you see it's all there. Size, length, careful training, and hard work could make him into something special.
And it's tied up with that one.
And at the line, it's all about consistency with him. His routine, his stroke, it never wavers.
Garland the pass to Mobley. Pass to Mitchell. Tries it from the top of the key. Well covered, but Mitchell gets it through.
One of the real streak scorers in the game. Donovan Mitchell is heated up and percolated.
And the timeout called by Darko Rajakovic. He wants to regroup and go over the strategy. And the Cavaliers with some changes. Max Strus is checked in for Dean Wade. And Caris LeVert subbed in for Mitchell. Pass to Shed. Now here's Brown, covered by Mobley. Mobley with the block!
And this is why you gotta be excited about Mobley. Already a special and versatile defender.
There it finds Pirtle. The kick out to Brown. Down to 5 on the shot clock. Well, while we have a second, let's go to the 2K leaderboard for a list of the league's top shooters from last season. Jarrett Allen, 4th.
Put the ball in the bucket. I mean, that's the name of the game, right? I mean, just ask him. He'll have the answer for you.
3 shots. 3 shots.
And he hits the first of 3.
What you love about Bruce Brown, guys, is how special his work ethic is. This guy defensively has been on point, but to stay on the floor, he's really developed offensively.
Ties it up, and this next one could give them the lead. And he can't make it. 3 for 3.
That will sting a little bit, failing to get the lead when the opportunity was there, but he does tie it up.
Right side, Garland. Allen passes to Mobley. That shot missing. Some solid defense from Pirtle. Pass to Shed. Raptors moving the ball around. Brown dishes to Barrett. Pirtle sets the pick for Barrett. Here's Shed. And again, Toronto no up. Garland against Barrett. They blow the whistle just as he gets it off. That's 2 points with a chance for another one at the stripe.
You see the quickness of Garland on display right there. He's working amongst the trees, no problem.
This is his second trip to the line in this one.
And last season's numbers show him at about an 83% clip, which is far better than most.
Georges Niang, he's checked in for Mobley. Walter, he's checked in for the Raptors.
Hard not to like how dynamic Garland is on the floor. He's a high-energy player who works hard to maximize his impact on the game.
Here's Shed, still without a basket. Fader on the way. Jarrett Allen grabs the miss. Allen's got his 8th rebound here tonight. And here's Strus. He has 6. Pass to Allen. Here's Niang. Lets it go with a 3. It's hauled in by the Raptors. Shed's got 4 rebounds now tonight. Now Brown. And here's Barrett. Defended by Strus. Beyond the arc. Barrett, no good. It's Garland with the ball for the Cleveland Cavaliers. It's a 3-point game. LeVert kicks to Niang. Right side, Garland. Lets it fly. Rebound by the Raptors.
Well, certainly not the best defensive effort, but this guy can't make them pay for their laziness.
Pass to Shed. Barrett against Strus. Onside, Barrett. Inside. Here's Pirtle. And the dunk by Pirtle.
And he shows us all what the breakaway rim was invented for.
Can you believe he almost brought the whole thing down by hanging on that long? LeVert with it. Back to Garland. The rebound by Shed. Shed's got his 5th rebound in this one.
I'll tell you, his shot is just lost right now. There's just no consistency. Amazing that they're still up in this basketball game.
Now here is Poeltl. He's got 11. And Barrett the bucket on the assist by Poeltl. Barrett's got 5 points now this quarter. As we approach the 4th quarter, still anyone's ball game.
Yeah, neither team able to create much of a cushion.
The Cavaliers have gone 7 of 15 from the field here in the 3rd quarter. Barrett against Strus. Back to LeVert. Over Barrett. It's on target from the high post. LeVert's got 8.
Boy, there's a fluidity to his jump shot. Caris LeVert coming through for his team in the mid-range.
Brown outside. Pass to Barrett. Down low. Jarrett Allen grabs the miss. Cleveland's gone 2 of 5 with the 3-point shot since coming out of the break. And Allen slams it in.
Well, this guy has got tremendous length and hops. Jarrett Allen makes it easy.
.158 left to play in the 3rd. Here's Shed. He has yet to score. To the inside. Stolen by LeVert. Shoots from the high post. And Cleveland again with the bucket.
Caris LeVert, a very confident offensive player. Doesn't matter what location of the floor, he's thinking put it in the basket.
Outside, Barrett. We've got 1:23 left in the 3rd quarter. Good on the triple. He's got 11.
Pick works well there. Not much resistance from the D.
It takes incredible effort to stay connected to the hip of the offensive player. You've got to want to work.
Outside Garland. The 3. Buries it from 3-point range. Garland's got 11 points in the quarter.
What an aggressive mindset in this period. He's starting to take over.
Here's Shed, guarded by Garland. Barrett for 3. Allen with the rebound. Allen's got 10 rebounds here tonight. So active. It's LeVert on the wing. He's got 10. Toronto working the ball around now. A nice shot by Brown.
And not being as aggressive from the 3-point line anymore. They had a lot more attempts in that first half.
The Cavaliers leading by 3. The shot and game clock separated by 4. 3-pointer, LeVert. A rebound by Shed.
Something that's kept this game close is the fact that the rebound stats for both teams are almost identical.
Poeltl sets the pick for Brown. Shoots over Niang. Brown, no good. Donovan Mitchell firing on all cylinders for the Cleveland Cavaliers. He ends up dropping in 2 from distance, making a difference from long range in this one. And we'll be back with you shortly. Here now a chance to show you our assist of the game, and it's presented as always by State Farm.
And how about the big fella here showing us he's got some point guard skill here with the tremendous setup.
I'll tell you, in today's game, you want skill and decision-making at every position.
And I know I speak for all of us when I say I can't wait to see what kind of finish awaits us here in the 4th quarter. On the court for Toronto to start the 4th. It's Boucher out there with Olynyk. Then there's Bruce Brown. Then it's Walter. And it's Shed in at the 1. And here are the Raptors now. After Caris LeVert missed from long range. And the basket by Olynyk.
Olynyk giving the defense no time to react. Quick catch and shoot.
Cavaliers shooting 47%, pretty solid. Jerome passes to Thompson. Here's Jerome. Pass to LeVert. Screen by Niang. And it's Caris LeVert with the three. And the Cavaliers lead by 3.
His first triple of the second half. That makes 3 for the game.
Now, here's Boucher. Fires the three. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Pass to Strus. Down low. It's deflected. Jerome. Back to Strus. Shot clock at 6. Here's LeVert. The rebound by Shed. Raptors trail by 3. We've gone about a minute and a half into the fourth quarter. Brown feeling it out a bit. Pass to Boucher. From deep. LeVert grabs the miss. LeVert's got 5 rebounds tonight. Here's Jerome. Back to LeVert. This one for 3. That one doesn't go. The Raptors have gone 1 of 3 from the field to start the fourth quarter. Here's Shed. Pass to Walter. Here's Shed. Puts up a 3. Sinks the triple. Walter's got the game tied up here for the Raptors.
That's a huge three-pointer. He'd love to become a go-to guy for them here in crunch time.
Yeah, and when he gets going, he adds another dimension to their offense that can make a huge difference when the game's on the line.
Strus's shot is good.
Max Strus shot ready off the catch. Pretty.
Raptors trail by 3. Here's Brown. Lays it up and banks it in.
And how about the grit and determination in the post? I mean, essential qualities to have late in a close game.
And just about 3 minutes through the fourth quarter here. Pass to LeVert. Here's Jerome. To the paint. Here's Strus. Lead pass was put in just the right spot. Strus has got 5 points now this quarter.
Well, defensively, to me, you've got to do a better job communicating once the screen comes.
To the middle. Here's Olynyk. Count that one.
And really, the improvement as a finisher is noticeable for Kelly Olynyk.
Jerome passes to Thompson. We've played just over 3.5 minutes now in the fourth quarter. Jerome, no good. The Raptors have gotten 4 of their 6 shots to fall so far here in the fourth. A pretty nice efficiency there. Olynyk sets a screen for Brown. Lets a floater go. To take the lead. It's rebounded by Cleveland. Here's Jerome. LeVert from outside. Rebound by Olynyk.
And he has definitely been struggling in this quarter.
And you know what? They keep calling his number, and they're simply trying to get him out of this funk.
Now here's Brown. Pass to Olynyk. Here's Walter. Inside. Here's Brown. And they call the foul, so a chance at the line for one more coming up.
And they've had assists now on their last 3 baskets.
And a moment to look at the scoring approach in terms of where the points are coming from for the Raptors.
Well, I've been impressed with the ball movement all game long. They're really looking to just make that extra pass.
And you also have to love the way they've gotten out and run in transition. A ton of good chances tonight simply from being willing to run the floor.
He's forcing the action now, finally getting to the charity stripe after no freebies in the first half.
Garland, the pass to Strus. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Garland's got assist number 5 here tonight. And here are the Raptors now. On the wing quickly, guarded by Garland. Down low, here's Barnes. Laid in with a nice touch off the glass. 21 points for Barnes.
And there's a pattern starting to take shape here. They're working it inside and getting good shots from close range.
And here's Strus for 3. Rebound by the Raptors. Barrett's got his 7th rebound here tonight. Here's Brown. Lays it up and in on the nice reverse. And the Raptors lead by 3.
They're finding lanes to the hoop now with consistency. 5 buckets in a row from the paint.
And so Garland will bring it up for the Cavaliers. Allen outside. Into the lane. And Poeltl sends it back.
Active defense from Jakob Poeltl. That's the key. When he stays active and alert, blocks are going to be there for him.
Yeah, and you could tell he thought that triple was going to fall.
Now, here's Mitchell. Strus passes to Mitchell. Cleveland moving it around. With the floater. And it's Strus missing. Raptors leading by 3. Brown finds Barnes. Now Barrett. Now Poeltl. Defended by Strus. Nobody near Barnes. Nailed from three-point land. Barnes has got 24 points.
This isn't the focus of Scotty Barnes' game, but you wonder how proficient he becomes from deep.
Mitchell wide open. That's good, and it's Garland with the assist.
3 triples in the first half, 3 in the second. Boy, do they add up.
Garland against Quickly. Wants to get it to Barnes and does. And the dunk by Barnes.
And a big dunk there from a springy Barnes. He gets up fast there for the hammer.
The Cavaliers trail by 5. Wade outside. Mitchell against Barrett. Allen with the screen for Mitchell. Shoots. Barnes grabs the miss. Barnes has got 7 rebounds in the game. Offensive rebound. And it goes out of bounds. Last touch by Poeltl. A sensational block that definitely deserves another look.
And guys, that is lockdown defense at its finest. Going right at the shot and then able to knock it away.
Mobley, he's checked in for the Cavaliers. And Toronto also making a switch. Dick's checked in. Cleveland's gone over and over to the three-point shot in the fourth quarter. 4 of 9. Garland the pass to Wade. Mobley with it, covered by Barnes. From 17 feet out, and no good. Trying to use the glass. Raptors leading by 5. On the wing, Barnes. His 3-pointers off the mark.
And that's how you have to defend him out there on the three-point line. Played him perfectly.
Mitchell passes to Garland.
And Darius Garland has just grown so much, draws the contact right there.
Free throw good, Garland. Both free throws good from Garland. Raptors leading by 3. Quickly looking it over. Pass to Barnes. Dick up top. Just 5 on the clock. Screen by 𝙭. Quickly, that's for 2. Finds himself wide open and drills it. And the Raptors lead by 5.
And I'll tell you, a tough first half puts it in the rear view. The shooting percentage starting to reflect that.
Allen outside. Garland against Quickly. Now, here's Garland. Not a lot of room. Goes to the reverse layup and drops it in.
You know, he was a non-factor in that first half, but now he's making up for lost time.
Raptors shooting 52% from the floor. Nice work so far from them. Pass to Barnes. Back to Barrett. Fires the 3. Cavaliers with the rebound. And here's Garland for 3. Toronto grabs the miss. Barrett's got 8 rebounds in this game. Quickly with it. To the paint. Here's Dick. And he gets the whistle. 2 free throws coming up. It's going to be on Donovan Mitchell.
Take a break. Take a break. 2 shots.
Free throw drops for Dick. And both free throws good for Dick. And here are the Cavaliers now, trailing by 5. Garland against Quickly for 3. Mitchell. That drops, and it comes off an assist from Garland. Garland's got his 7th assist here tonight. Now, Quickly. Pass to Barnes. And it's sent back by Allen.
Jared Allen twice on the pipe. Send it back, young sir.
And so it's Mobley with it. He'll bring it up for Cleveland. He's looking for Mitchell and finds him. Out to Wade. Garland with it. Mitchell outside. 5 to shoot to take the lead. It's rebounded by Dick. Toronto shooting 51% from the field. They'll take that. To the left side wing. And here is Barnes. Back to 𝙭. Good D by Mobley. Quickly against Garland. And Allen slams it in.
And look at how ready Allen was to fight for it. He's willing to go to battle for his team.
We've got 1:23 left in the game. Now, here's Quickly. Pass to Dick. 𝙭 sets the pick for Dick. Connects from 3-point range.
You can't just stop when there's a pick set up. Gotta fight over it as a defender.
You know exactly what that takes. It takes energy, it takes activity, it takes intensity.
Oh, you just love seeing a player with absolutely no fear.
To me, more often than not, when you attack, good things happen.
There's 57 seconds left in the fourth quarter. Here's quickly. Pulls it up. It falls!
Quickly, just a calm demeanor in the biggest of moments. That is beautiful basketball.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. Pivotal moment in this game. He's not taking any chances. He'll call time. "44 seconds left to play in the final quarter. Good! And that shot brings them to within just one.
That's one of those clutch shots he's known for. When the pressure is high, he seems to be the most locked in.
And the Raptors with the ball. We can probably expect to see him slow it down now.
Yeah, I think you want to milk your possessions.
Mitchell passes to Webb. Count!
Good to see Mitchell distributing the basketball, guys. You want him to find his guys and establish some chemistry.
Time now to turn to our sideline reporter, David Aldridge. David.
Thanks, guys. During the last break, listened in on Darko Rajakovic talking to his team. Now, with this game up for grabs, Coach told his guys to think positive. He said, "We know this game is ours, fellas. We've earned it. I need you to show me right now that you want this. Can they get it done? We'll see. Guys."
All right, David, thanks. Garland against quickly. To the inside. Hurdle. Yes!
And that was so clutch. I mean, they're in front by the slimmest of margins, in need of a stop right here.
And Kenny Atkinson calls timeout here. This is a huge moment, folks, in this game. And he wants to be prepared. So I'm looking at the clock, and guys, the situation. What do you think we're going to see next?
Yeah, always intriguing to see what a coach draws up in this situation.
What you want is to create a clean, high-percentage look, if that's at all possible.
Here's Mitchell. Good!
And his presence as a scorer, it just has a calming effect for the rest of the team. He's a fallback option whenever they need him.
And here's Barnes for three. Oh, he nailed it!
And it counts. Down it goes at the buzzer. Boy, it doesn't get any better than that.
You couldn't dream up a more dramatic finish. 3 points right as the buzzer sounds. This is a ball game people will be talking about for quite some time.
And so the big win by Toronto in a tight game. They break the hearts of every fan in the building with a dramatic late victory.
And Kevin, this is the kind of win you have to take a ton of pride in. I mean, they battled with everything they had and came through when the pressure was at its highest.
And that about wraps it up. For Greg Anthony, Doris Burke, and David Aldridge, this is Kevin Harlan along with our terrific 2K Sports crew, thanking you for tuning in. And now, our player of the game, Scotty Barnes.